in the Pearl at Perch. It's a furniture store, and this is Jonathan. He's a co-owner of Perch. This store is very unique. What is your angle, if you will?
Yeah, well, it starts with the basic premise that everyone deserves the perfect sofa for their home, regardless of how much they can really pay.
That's right, we do.
That's right. So we start with 4 basic components, and the first is probably, and most important, is probably style. So a lot of people come in and they say, hey, I have an arts and crafts home, or I'm looking for a mid-century look. Do you have a sofa that we can do? And the good news is, not only do we have sofas, but we can build custom sofas to match your style and your need.
Okay, when you say build custom, immediately I'm thinking, ooh, super, super expensive.
Not really. Most of our sofas, for a plain sofa, start about 81 to 86 inches, and they run about 1,600 to 1,650 in our basic fabrics.
So on par with a lot of furniture stores.
Definitely. The whole goal is to get you a good sofa at a good price. They're all built in Los Angeles, and they have, endless amounts of configurations for sectionals, sofa chaises, or just regular sofas.
So I come in and I see a couch and I'm like, ooh, I don't really like that arm, but that's the back I want, and this fabric on this one I want on this. I can do that.
Exactly. That's exactly where we come in. And in a lot of places local to Portland are either older homes, which have quirky little niches that people are trying to fit something into,
yeah,
or high-rise loft apartments that just need a big scale that you're not going to find in an average store.
That's interesting. And also, you're tall. I'm not so tall. So we might want a different kind of sofa, and as far as the depth and the height and all that, can we also figure that out?
Absolutely. So I'm 6'3", my wife is 5'2", and we sit on sofas very differently, right?
Right.
So we needed to find a sofa that I like to lounge on because I like to watch movies laying on my back, and she likes to curl up in a sitting position with a book in her hand, right?
Right.
So that's how we solved our problem, and really kind of inspired our store.
That is awesome. So you're here in the Pearl, and you're family run, and all you have to do is just come down, visit them, and they'll let you go from there. You might want to take some measurements before you come in, right?
It's totally optional. We also come to people's homes and visit in their home to make sure that things are going to, 1, fit through the door, which is a major consideration when you're building a custom piece, and then 2nd, make sure that you achieve the look you're going for.
So Jonathan, we talked about dimensions and how it should fit your body or what your comfort level is, but let's talk about how it should fit into the room. Like, some couches can just take over a room.
Absolutely. And a lot of people are trying to achieve something specific with their sofa compared to their space. So, if you have a large loft and you're trying to make your space look a little bit smaller, you can scale up your sofa to make sure it fits proportionally in that room. Other people may want to reduce the size either for themselves or to make sure they can fit a side table, that it doesn't touch a wall, it doesn't go over a heater or a certain pretty part of their floor or wall. So all those things are very achievable here at Perch.
Get it down to the inch.
Exactly.
That is custom, definitely. Well, I'm going to go talk to Jonathan's better half, Willi, about comfort and durability of sofas. I'm with Willi of Perch, and she's a co-owner here. Now, we are going to talk about the inside and the outsides of these couches. Let's start with the inside. This one's very soft.
Oh, yeah. So there's a few things to consider when you're purchasing a couch. And our frames are all built in Los Angeles, and we use all kiln-dried hardwood. So it's going to be really resistant to warping and cracking and breaking, unlike some frames which are made with pine, which is a softer wood.
Right.
And then you can also think about the springs. So that's what the cushions sit on. So this is a standard sinuous spring. They kind of run like an S shape across the frame. We can also do what's called 8-way hand-tied springs, and those are more like a bed spring, and they're a little bit springier than a sinuous spring. So we have both those choices available.
And then the cushion choice.
Yeah, so there's a lot of choices with cushion, and it's really going to impact how the sofa sits. One time someone came into the shop and they asked me, what's your most comfortable sofa? And I said, that's a really subjective question.
Right, it's personal.
Yeah, and so, if you like really soft, really cushy, we can do a super soft foam core with a feather down wrap around it. We also have what's called Trillium, which is a faux feather fill.
If you're allergic.
If you're allergic or you're vegan, but you still want really soft, we can do that. And then we can also just do foam seats. And when we were opening up the shop, we did a lot of research, and we saw at a lot of the sort of big box furniture stores that they had bad reviews on their cushions. And so they use a lighter foam. So we decided to use a firmer foam, well, not really a firmer foam, a denser foam.
So still comfortable.
Still comfortable.
But keeps its shape.
It comes in firm, medium, soft, super soft, but there's just more foam and less air. And so you don't get that divot in the seat after 6 months.
Okay, let's talk about the outsides. You have a lot of options for fabric.
Yeah. And so most of our clients have kids and pets and real lives, and they don't want to don't eat on the sofa, So we have some really pretty microfibers.
Okay, this does not look like microfiber. It actually has a texture, it looks like a herringbone kind of.
It's prettier than your average microfiber.
Very pretty, yeah.
But some people are super anti-microfiber, and so we have some good fabrics for them too. This whole book, all these fabrics have kind of a texture that looks like a linen or a cotton blend, but they're 100% polyester.
So you get the wearability and the durability of a microfiber, but the look of a linen or a cotton blend.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So that's great. People can also bring their own fabrics. So if they're working with a designer who has access to some real specific fabrics that they want, we can totally just send that down to the factory and put that on the frame too.
Very nice, and these as well.
Yeah, and this is one of my favorite fabrics. It's a poly linen blend, so it has the linen in it, so it feels real soft and natural. But again, it's pretty color fast and easier to clean than a straight linen.
And of course, you have the traditional velvet. So you've got just about everything here at Perch.
Yeah, tons of fabrics, lots of options.
Well, thanks so much, Willi. So
sure.
Come on down to Perch. It's in the Pearl. You can't miss it, and you can get anything you want the way you want it.